He has a 1-1 count. That one's struck high. Left side. That one's going. That's out of here off the ropes. You have got to be kidding me. Fireworks. Here you go.
Welcome in, everybody. BFB or Baseball for Breakfast, episode number 5. My name is Cade Nissen. If you know me by now, you've been watching these episodes. If you're new here, I appreciate you guys. Our daily morning show covering anything and everything across the Iowa high school baseball slate the night before. We got a ton of games to talk about from last night. A really good slate. I'd say our first really solid slate with a bunch of ranked teams. Hey, before we get going though, extended highlights are starting to go on YouTube. Johnston and Ames doubleheader highlights. I'll have Valley and Atumwa highlights up today, hopefully. Sadell and ADM. I was also at that game. Just a great way. Go watch those, support us, watch some good baseball. And yeah, watch those videos. It helps us out, and they take a lot of work, but I think they're kind of cool, and I think it'll be fun to look at years from now or whatever it may be, looking at the archives we've built. So those are going to be going up all year. That's kind of my job, editing those and putting those together. It's a ton of fun. Without further ado, let's get right into this Class 4A slate. We saw our number 1 team in Class 4A debut last night, Ankeny Centennial. They get a win over Gilbert through 6 innings, I do believe. Johnston, the number 2 team, they get a doubleheader sweep over number 13, Indianola. DCG keeps the train moving. They get a win over Carlisle. I'm going to see if we get stats from that one. Just curious who pitched. We had Cross, Bandy, and Logan Young combined for DCG in that one. Ty Mickelson added 2 hits as well as Cross, Bandy did as well. Tayton Gray added 3 hits and 2 homers. So Tayton Gray adding to his home run total. He had 5 RBI and 11 total bases in that game, the Notre Dame commit. Obviously going to be a force in the middle of that lineup all year long. Lewis Central and Dowling, kind of the big game, I'd say, across 4A. It's not on Bound for some reason, but I obviously I follow Dowling baseball on Twitter, so I was seeing the final score. So no stats from that one, but I do know they played. Pleasant Valley dropped to Rock Island. I believe that's in Illinois. They were on the road. North Scott and Iowa City Liberty, kind of an intriguing one of unranked teams that are kind of buying for one of those spots towards the bottom of our rankings. North Scott deployed their ace after falling to Beckman Catholic Kai Smith. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, and 10 strikeouts against a good Liberty team. As North Scott picks up their first win on the year. Let's see here. Bettendorf, they get a win over Ankeny. That was another kind of intriguing one. You always love when those Eastern Iowa and Central Iowa teams meet up at this point in the year. It was Bettendorf putting up 7 runs in the top of the 7th. Yes, you heard that right. Down 4-5 going into the final inning, and Bettendorf's offense just unloaded in that final frame. Let's see, 7 hits for Bettendorf, 2 from Drew Reed. Let's see, everyone else just had 1 hit. Wrigley Mathis, obviously kind of the big name in that lineup at this point. As Bettendorf moves to 2-0, it looks like. So congrats to Bettendorf on a good win. And Iowa City High, down here at the bottom of our graphic, they get a win over Burlington, 5-0. Let's move on over to Class 3A, where we saw an absolute barn burner at Xavier between 2 ranked teams, 2 teams that seem to always play each other well. 11-10, our number 1 team, Marion, picking up a win. Looks like there was 11 runs combined between the 2 teams in the 6th and 7th frame. Marion put up 3 in the 6th and 7th. Xavier put up 3 in the 6th, but only 2 in the bottom half of the 7th. Almost mounted that comeback. Let's see if I've got any stats here. Let's see, nothing from Marion. Xavier, who we had tons of guys with 2 hits, 13 hits total for Xavier in that one, as that slugfest in Class 3A panned out. Let's see what else we got. Assumption, they debuted against a Regina team who's coming off a good ranked win over Clear Creek Amana. Obviously, that looked like a good game as well. Ballard and Webster City, another intriguing one. Webster City's been playing well to start the year. Ballard obviously going on the road, though, and getting that win. See if I got any hitting stats from that one for Ballard. Jacob Luster with 3 hits. Jackson Herman with 2 hits. Jackson Herman also added 3 RBI. So Ballard, they pick up another win in their campaign. The game I was at last night, ADM in Sadell. I got to get the name of the starting pitcher for ADM because he was extremely impressive. Sorry, it was Jackson Siefkin. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, and 4 Ks. Did a really good job of pitching to contact and held a Sadell team pretty much in check. That's been playing well all year. Reed Ostimore added 2 hits and 2 RBI to his total. Brady Hicks threw for Sadell, kind of a big name, younger name in the state of Iowa. Had trouble in one frame, but besides that, he was really solid. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned, and 10 Ks. He's got some electric stuff. I don't think he would be pleased with his own performance. I know he'd want himself to do better, but I was impressed, and I saw those flashes that people talk about with Brady Hicks. So I'm excited to follow his season the rest of the way. Bondurant Farrar, an unranked team that I'll say it. I was really impressed with them preseason. I really liked what they bring back. I know Pfaltzgraff isn't playing baseball, but besides that, they return a ton of guys, and they're proving it here early this year. Bondurant Farrar, picking up some nice wins early in this year. They beat Norwalk last night. Let's see if I can get us some stats here. It was Cole Miller on the mound. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, and 7 Ks. The offense, though, is the story. 9 hits for them. Dawson Ellers added 2 hits. Jacob Roberts had 2 RBI, and this Bondurant for our team returns a ton on offense, and I'm super excited to follow them in the Raccoon River, along with a bunch of other really, really good teams. Spencer and Algona, another sneaky game here between 2 unranked teams that could both pretty easily be ranked in any given spot, and it was Spencer putting up 9 runs in the top of the 7th. Yeah, they were down 11-3 heading into the final frame. They put up 9 runs and ended up winning 12-11. That might be one of the crazier box scores I've seen. I'm pulling these up as I'm recording this, guys. Just 6 hits. Just 6 hits for Spencer, and they score 12 runs and win the game. I got 8 walks, so that'll do it. 8 walks is pretty crazy as Spencer finds a way to get it done on the road. Congrats to the Tigers. Let's move on over to Class 2A. I'm still not over that. That's pretty crazy. As we move on to West Marshall in Class 2A, they were your highest ranked Class 2A team playing last night. They went on the road to South Tama. See if I can get some stats from that. Beckham Desitel getting the start, 4 innings, 1 hit, no earned, and 9 Ks. He gets the win on the mound. Obviously, Desitel, Siegert. This team has got some arms for Class 2A, and they're going to be ready to roll. As they get into the heart of their play, they start 3-0 on the year, though. So West Marshall off to a good start in a class where a lot of top-ranked teams haven't really played much. West Marshall gets out to an early lead as far as win total goes. Esterville Lincoln Central getting a win, 12-0 in a rain-out makeup game. Des Moines Christian, I've really liked following. They're off to a really good start. The offense is going to be potent, as you think with Des Moines Christian and the guys that they bring back, and Brady and Ty Andrews. Jet each added 2 hits yesterday. Jack Schmaltz added 2 hits as well. Obviously pitching, Jack Isenhart, 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 11 Ks. He struck out every single guy but 1 batter, or every one of the outs he faced. 12 outs in 4 innings, and he struck out 11 of them. So that's pretty impressive from Isenhart, the freshman from Des Moines Christian, as they beat Colfax Mingo 14-0. Moving along here, the rest are unranked matchups that we covered in Class 2A. Red Oak off to a good start. They beat Fremont Mills 4-3. Roland Story picks up a win 13-3 over Hampton Dumont Cal. It was Sigourney and the Savages getting a win over Pella Christian. I believe Sigourney's actually 1A. I put them in there because Pella Christian is 2A. PCM falls to Newton. The Cardinals get a win on their home field 6-1. And Albia and the Blue Demons get a win over Twin Cedars 9-0. We'll move on over to 1A, where we had less ranked action. Again, not many ranked teams competing in this first week in Class 1A, but we did have Newman Catholic in Denver. Let's see if I can get some stats from that one for you guys. Looks like Vinny Jocelyn, 4 hits, 3 RBI, all 4 singles for Vinny, as he picks up 4 total bases in the win. Pitching, it was Andrew Fitzsimmons, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, and 10 strikeouts. Fitzsimmons, one of the names to kind of recognize with that team as he'll look to lead the way on the mound. Obviously, they got Gage Peterson, Isaiah Keston, and Cal McGuire at the top of that lineup. Newman Catholic preseason ranked number 3, obviously, as you can see in our Class 1A poll. Gladbrook, Rhinebeck, and GMG played what seemed to be a really, really good game. GMG pulled out the win 1-0. I'll see if I can get some pitching stats for us. I got GMGs in here. Grady Dealeman, 5 1/3, 3 hits, no earned, and 5 Ks. Nothing in there for Gladbrook Rhinebeck. But GMG moves to 1-1 on the year as Gladbrook Rhinebeck suffers their second loss in this early campaign. Grandview Christian. I've had some people talk to me about Grandview Christian saying, we need to keep an eye on this team. Obviously, I'm not the ranker. I don't put the rankings in, but I'm always relaying stuff. No stats in for Grandview Christian, so I can't tell you everything about them. But 4-0, a win over a 3A Nevada team that's always competitive. Wapsie Valley is a team that I've enjoyed following so far early this year. Already 3-0, out the gates hot, and they're putting up runs and getting convincing wins. Wapsie Valley might be a team to look for in our Class 1A poll coming out next Monday. Martinsdale St. Mary is another team that just seems to be racking up wins early in the year. They moved to 2-0, winning a few really, really close games. See if I can get us some stats here. We do have stats here. William Denny adding 2 hits to the lineup. Martinsville St. Mary's tallied 6 hits. Cale Moreau, 4 2/3, 2 hits, 1 earned, and 10 Ks as he comes in relief of Talon Squire, who threw the first 2 1/3, as Martinsville St. Mary's moves to 2-0. Other notable games: BGM gets a win over Easton Valley. Akron Westfield gets a 16-0 win over Cherokee Washington, and it is Tri-Center getting a 6-2 win over Boyer Valley. I will run through quickly. There are games tonight, obviously, Friday, May 17th. There will not be a show tomorrow. Monday is when I believe I'm going to be doing when I'm going to be recapping the Friday games. But obviously Monday is Rankings Monday, and that's a really busy day for me. I'm going to be recording all those ranking reveals. So honestly, I'm not sure how it'll work with covering these Friday games. As we do kind of look tonight, I'm going to be actually at Principal Park for the Iowa baseball game with them and FIU. I got some family coming down, so I will not be anywhere